Hi guys, let's do some indirekte and direkte. Okay, it's quite simple. There's a few steps you have to remember and we'll do it together. Okay, so the question calls for direct speech to indirect speech. And there's a few things that must happen here. So let's take the first one. I go through the steps with you and the rest will be so easy. Die man skree. Ons het vandag elke druppel nodig. The man shouts, we need every single drop today. So how do I change this to indirekte rede? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to write everything up until before the colon. So we'll say, die man skree. I'll drop the colon and the quotation mark. Then I'm going to add dat or of. When do I use dat? When do I use of? You will use dat when it's a stelsin or an exclamation, and you will use of when it's a question. Right. So, die man skree dat. Then we look for the verb. Our verb is het. And I'm going to temporarily remove that verb. Then I'm going to look for my infinitive. Do I have an infinitive here? I don't, so I can skip that step. Then I'm going to change our pronouns. Our pronoun here is ons. Ons has to change to hulle. And now I'm going to write down the remainder of the sentence in the same order. So it will be, die man skree dat hulle vandag elke druppel nodig, and I add my verb back, het. Full stop. Easy peasy. Let's try the next one. Die man beveel. I take away the colon, I take away the quotation. I look for my verb. Gebruik. I temporarily remove my verb. I look for my pronoun. Don't have one, I can skip that step. So, die man beveel dat Anna die emmer vir die reën moet gebruik. Remember, this is a beveel, it's a command. There needs to be moet. So I'll remove this and moet will come at the end with the verb right at the end. Okay. Die skilpad sê, gone, gone, gone. Die skilpad sê dat, so you won't say die skilpad sê dat jippie. You will say something like, die skilpad sê opgewonde, for example. So I'm just going to erase that because this will now change to a word of excitement. So you could say, die skilpad sê met blydskap, die skilpad sê opgewonde, and then dat will come at the end. So die skilpad sê met blydskap, opgewonde, dat dit uiteindelik gereën het, because the verb goes to the end of the sentence. Did we get that? I hope so. Number 4. Die skilpad wil weet, we remove that. Die skilpad wil weet wanneer die droogte opgaan hou. Full stop. Die man sê, ag nee, die kospryse is te hoog. So first and foremost, we know we can't use ag nee. We can't use that exclamation. We have to change that to a word that describes ag nee. When you say ag nee, you are like moedeloos, right? So I would use the word moedeloos here. So I would say, die man sê, take away that, that. Die man sê moedeloos dat die kospryse te hoog is. Remember, verb goes to the end. Ons het nog baie om voor dankbaar te wees, sê die man. So we start with, die man sê dat hulle, remember, ons changes to hulle. Die man sê dat hulle, verbs we don't think of now. Die man sê dat hulle nog baie om voor dankbaar, die man sê dat hulle nog baie het om voor dankbaar te wees. Okay? So die man sê dat hulle nog baie het om voor dankbaar te wees. Remember, that's the infinitive. So the infinitive goes to the end of the sentence, after the verb. Right. So die man sê dat hulle nog baie het om voor dankbaar te wees. So the infinitive goes to the end. That's all you have to remember. Last one. Sy sê, ja, Ons land het ongelukkig 'n rommelstatus. So, sy sê, we remove that. Sy sê dat, we don't use that. Sy sê dat ons land ongelukkig 'n rommelstatus het. Okay, and that is it, guys. I will see you in the next one.